first sine inverse 1 by 2 will be equals to pi by 6 minus 2 sine inverse 1 by root 2 will be pi by 4. Okay, so this will be equals to pi by 6 minus pi by 2. Taking the LCM, our answer should be pi minus 3 pi, or we can say minus 2 pi by 6 or minus pi by 3. Second, sine inverse minus 1 by 2. Sine inverse of minus x, identity sine inverse of minus x is always equals to minus sine inverse x, whereas cos inverse of minus x is equals to pi minus cos inverse x. So here we'll get minus of sine inverse 1 by 2, then plus 2 into pi minus cos inverse of root 3 by 2, which is equals to minus of sine inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 6 plus 2 into pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2 is pi by 6. So value would be equals to minus pi by 6 plus 2 into 5 pi by 6, that is 5 pi by 3 to positive. Okay, third one, tan inverse of minus 1. Tan inverse lies in the group of sine inverse. So tan inverse of minus x is equals to minus of tan inverse x. So minus tan inverse 1, which is nothing but pi by 4, plus cos inverse of minus theta will be pi minus cos inverse of 1 by root 2, which is nothing but pi by 4. So the value which we'll get is minus pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4, which is equals to 2 pi by 4 or pi by 2. Fourth, sine inverse of minus x will be minus sine inverse x. So minus sine inverse of root 3 by 2 will be pi by 3, plus cos inverse of root 3 by 2 pi by 6. So pi by 6 minus pi by 3 will get minus pi by 6 as our answer. For this type of sums where trigonometric function is outside, inverse trigonometric function is inside, we'll use right angle triangle method. Okay, so for first sum, sine of sine inverse 5 by 13, we'll use the right angle triangle. Value given is of sine, so this is opposite upon hypotenuse. So according to triplet, the value should be 12. So now this can be written as sine of sine inverse 5 by 13, which is nothing but equals to 5 by 13. Directly we can bring it out. Okay, but in second, right angle triangle will be useful. Angle theta, adjacent is 4, hypotenuse is 5, the triplet would be 3. So now we can write this as sine of, instead of cos inverse we'll write sine inverse. Opposite upon hypotenuse will form 3 upon 5. Sine inverse gets cancelled out, answer should be 3 by 5. For third sum, sine tan inverse 15 by 8. So tan means opposite upon adjacent. According to triplet, the value would be equals to 17, 15 square plus 8 square. So now we can write this as sine of, instead of tan inverse, I will write sine inverse. Now sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. So value should be 15 upon 17. Now sine inverse cancels out. Answer is 15 by 17. Okay. Fourth one, sine cot inverse 4 by 3. Again we'll use right angle triangle. Angle theta. Cot means adjacent upon opposite. So according to triplet, the value should be equals to 5. So now we can write this as sine of. Instead of cot inverse, I can write sine inverse. What is sine? Opposite upon hypotenuse. So 3 upon 5. So final value should be equals to 3 by 5. Okay, done. Sec inverse. Again, right angle triangle method. Sec is always hypotenuse upon adjacent. Hypotenuse upon adjacent, opposite of cos. So according to triplet, the third value should be equals to 8. We need sine theta. So this can be written as sine of, now instead of sec inverse, I will write sine inverse opposite upon hypotenuse. So 8 upon 17. So our final value should be 8 by 17. Similarly for sixth sum, okay, we can use right angle triangle, angle theta, cosec is always hypotenuse upon opposite. So according to triplet, it would be 15. Again, sine of, instead of cosec inverse, I will write sine inverse. Sine is opposite upon, so it is 8 by 17. So final value 8 by 17. Cot inverse. Cot is always adjacent upon opposite. So triplet would remain same, root 1 plus x square. But sine inverse would become opposite upon hypotenuse. So 1 upon under root 1 plus x square. Again, right angle triangle upon adjacent. Again, this should be equals to
1 plus x square.
यहाँ cot तो change करो बस. So 1 plus x square. So instead of now cos, बराबर. So cos inverse, cos is always adjacent upon, so that is 1 upon under root 1 plus x square. Sine inverse of sine 10. Inverse trigonometric function is outside, trigonometric function is inside. For this, we'll check our range. If the value is not in the range, we'll try to bring inside the range. Chalo, 10. 10 is more than 3 pi. This value is equals to 3 pi. So 10 lies between 3 pi to 7 pi by 2. Okay. So it is in the third quadrant. In the first quadrant, we can write even pi plus theta. Fourth quadrant will be even pi minus theta. Here should be second quadrant odd pi minus theta. For third quadrant, it should be odd pi plus theta. Nearest value 3 pi. So we can write this as sine inverse of sine 3 pi is 9.42. So 3 pi plus extra value would be 0.58. Now this is equals to sine inverse of sine 3 pi plus theta. Third quadrant, sine is negative, so this will become minus of sine theta, that is 0.58. Okay, condition we used is sine of 3 pi plus theta will be equals to minus sine theta. Sine inverse of minus sine will be minus sine inverse of sine 0.58. 0.58 means it is less than 1.7. So 0 to pi by 2 first quadrant. So directly we can take the value outside. Correct answer is 0.5. Okay. Second sum. Sine inverse of sine 5. 5 lies between 4.71 and 6.28. So it should be in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant means even pi minus theta. So nearest value will be 6.28, that is 2 pi. So we can write this as sine inverse of sine 2 pi minus 2 pi is 6.28 minus 1.28 will give us 5. Okay. Again, next step, sine inverse of sine 2 pi minus theta is minus of sine theta. Again, sine inverse minus means minus sine inverse sine 1.28. 1.28 is less than 1.57. So this is minus 1.28 our answer. Same term. Third, cos inverse of cos 10. Cos 10, same approach. Cos inverse of cos 3 pi plus 0.58. Okay. Cos 3 pi plus theta is always minus cos theta. So this will be equals to cos inverse of minus cos 0.58. Now cos inverse minus x is pi minus cos inverse cos 0.58. So final value will be equals to pi minus 0.58. Pi is 3.14. 3.14 minus 0.5, it will be our answer. That is 2.56 approximately. Tan inverse of tan of minus 6. Tan minus theta will be equals to minus tan theta. So first this will be, we can take minus outside, minus tan inverse of tan of 6. Now 6 lies between again 4.71 to 6.28, fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant we can write this as minus of tan inverse bracket tan 2 pi, that is 6.28, minus 0.28 will give us value 6. Okay. So this will be equals to minus of tan inverse tan 2 pi minus theta will be minus tan theta. Correct. Fourth quadrant tan is negative, so minus tan 0.28. Again minus sign outside, minus minus will become plus tan inverse of tan 0.28. Final value 0.28 is less than pi by 2. It is inside our range. Answer 0.2. First sum. Jojo. Sine of cot inverse of cos tan inverse x. We can convert this tan inverse x using right angle triangle into cos inverse x. Tan is always opposite upon adjacent, will give us value under root 1 plus x square as hypotenuse. So we can write this as become equals to sine cot inverse cos of cos inverse 1 upon under root 1 plus x square. Cos inverse can be removed and we can say this now becomes equals to, again we can use right angle triangle. We can convert this cot inverse into sine inverse. Cot is always adjacent upon opposite, which is nothing but under root 1 plus x square. According to Pythagoras, the third side should be equals to 1 plus x square plus 1, 2 plus x square. So this becomes equals to sine inverse of sine theta is always opposite
Hypo.
upon hypotenuse. Sin inverse get cancelled out. Finally, answer. Tan inverse 2 by 11 plus tan inverse 7 by 24. Identity, this will be equals to tan inverse 2 by 11 plus 7 by 24 upon 1 minus 2 by 11 into 7 by 24, which will be equals to tan inverse, taking the LCM, 24 2s are 48 plus 7 into 11 77, okay, upon 24 into 11 240 plus 24 is 264 minus 14. Which is equals to tan inverse 125 upon 250, which is equals to tan inverse 1 by 2. Tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3. Now multiplication of this 2 and 3, that is xy, becomes equals to 2 into 3 equals to 6 is greater than 1. When xy is greater than 1, this should be equals to pi plus tan inverse, same method, 2 plus 3 upon 1 minus 2 into 3, which is equals to pi plus tan inverse 2 plus 3 will become 5. 1 minus 6 will become minus 5. So this is equals to pi plus tan inverse of minus 1. That is pi minus, because tan inverse minus x is minus tan inverse x. So pi minus tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. Pi minus pi by 4 equals to 3 pi by 4. 1 plus tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3. Okay, tan inverse 1 is nothing but equals to pi by 4 plus tan inverse 2 plus tan inverse 3 is equals to 3 pi by 4. Pi by 4 plus 3 pi by 4 is sin inverse 12 by 13 plus cos inverse 4 by 5 plus tan inverse
63 by 60.
Yes. Convert this sin inverse into tan inverse. Convert this cos inverse into tan inverse. Sin is always
Opposite upon hypotenuse.
So third side would be equals to 5. Cos is always adjacent upon hypotenuse. Third side is 3. Okay. Pi plus tan inverse of 12 by 5 plus 3 by 4 upon 1 minus 36 upon 20. Third term would remain as it is. equals to pi plus tan inverse of
15.
48 plus 15 will be 63. 63 by 20 upon 20 minus 36 will be minus 16 by 20. 20 cancels out. Plus third term remains as it is, tan inverse 63 by 16. This minus sign can be taken out. We can write pi minus tan inverse 63 by 16 plus tan inverse 63 by 16. Minus plus tan inverse cancels out. Final value is equals to pi. Tan inverse of tan 2 pi by 3. Tan 2 pi by 3 can be written as 3 pi minus pi whole upon 3, or we can write this as tan inverse of tan
Pi minus pi by
pi minus pi by 3. Tan pi minus theta, in second quadrant tan is negative, so this will be tan inverse of minus tan pi by 3. Tan inverse minus x is always minus tan inverse x, so minus pi by 3 our answer. Done. Second, cos inverse cos 13 pi by 6 equals to cos inverse
pi plus
cos 12 pi plus pi, 12 pi plus pi whole upon 6, which is equals to cos inverse
2 pi plus
cos 2 pi plus pi by 6. 2 pi plus means first quadrant, cos is positive, so cos inverse cos of pi by 6. Final answer pi by 6. Third, tan inverse tan 7 pi by 6. So tan inverse tan 6 pi plus pi by 6, which is equals to
pi
tan inverse
10
tan
pi plus
pi plus pi by 6, which is equals to tan inverse tan pi plus theta. Pi plus theta is in third quadrant.
positive
Yes, where tan is positive, so equals to tan pi by 6, which is equals to
pi by 6.
final answer pi by 6.